Angel Reese following you around, pointing to her ring finger and taunting you?
Honestly, I have no idea. I was just trying to get to the handshake line and shake hands and, you know, be grateful that my team was in that position. You know, that's all you can do is, you know, hold your head high, be proud of what you did, and, you know, all the credit in the world to LSU. You know, they were trying.
When Caitlin Clark, who is frequently praised as a generational talent, ruthlessly demolished Angel Reese, WNBA officials went completely crazy. Not only did Clark outplay Angel, but she also essentially gave her a personalized, better luck next time card on the court.
Oh, you can't teach that. I'm gonna go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
According to an article by Madison Williams, Caitlin Clark explains why it's acceptable that she and Angel Reese are not best friends. Some people are calling it a master lesson, while others are prepared to rewrite history, and there is also the camp that is still holding their breath over the drama.
Listed as something that is really, really impressive. She was listed as one of Forbes 30 under 30 for sport.
However, let's face it, this is what we're here to do. When someone not only prevails, but also makes their opponent reevaluate all of their decisions in life, Caitlin Clark didn't just appear. She took over the stage, and Angel Reese was left reeling from the shock.
Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time.
Let's take a moment to discuss Clark's game. Her deep threes essentially come from a different zip code. She shot an incredible 60% from beyond the arc, burying defenders' spirits one three-pointer at a time, making it seem like she's playing a different sport in this specific game. Defenders were more like spectators on the court than actual defenders, but it wasn't just her who scored. Clark has a remarkable ability to manage the game's tempo. When she wasn't draining buckets, she was leading the attack like a master conductor. Her court vision is so acute that it could sever steel, and she is a work of pure art.
I'm really not understanding in all of this, and I feel like it's been such a pattern throughout the entire season. It feels like there are still certain people within the WNBA who want the league to grow, but they don't want it to grow if it's certain people at
Angel Reese's team appear to be playing catch-up in a game they didn't even understand. Her audacious personality and on-court antics have made her a fan favorite and a divisive figure. But against Clark, all of that confidence fell out of place as Reese struggled to find her rhythm, missing easy layups and appearing visibly frustrated as the game slipped away. She didn't just dominate, she decimated, dropping a jaw-dropping 42 points, grabbing 8 rebounds, and dishing out 7 assists, once again demonstrating why she's not just a star but a true phenomenon. Reese, who is known for her confidence and swagger, had a poor performance, scoring only 11 points on 4 of 15 shots. This sort of ST line makes you want to pretend to be injured in order to avoid attending the press conference after the game.
Just for the girls that look like me, that's going to speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me. Twitter is gonna go in a rage every time, and I mean, I'm happy. I feel like I've helped grow women's basketball this year. I'm super happy. And
to exacerbate the situation after making a particularly daring three-pointer, Clark wasn't afraid to show off her dominance. She gave Reese a long, pointed look and declared silently that the court was hers. Naturally, the internet went crazy with memes, GIFs, and hot takes that flooded social media. If Reese had hoped that her performance would make her trend, she wasn't mistaken, but not in the way she had hoped. Speaking of social media, the WNBA, with hashtags like #ClarkVReese and followers of the Clark Re plot couldn't stop talking on Twitter. Caitlin Cooks trended for hours as analysts offered their opinions. Some referred to Clark's performance as one of the best individual performances in recent memory, while others naturally couldn't help but criticize Reese and doubt her capacity to perform in crucial games. Former WNBA players also voiced their opinions. Diana Taurasi joked that Reese should start practicing those defensive drills, while Sue Bird wrote that Caitlin Clark is a cheat code. There was a noticeable and well-earned sarcasm.
For Rookie of the Year, Clark, the fastest player in WNBA history with 300 points, 100 rebounds, 100 assists. Angel was named Rookie of the Month for June, midst of a single-season record. 11 straight double-doubles. She just won.
For Reese and her squad, this is when things get nasty. Clark's squad had a 50% field goal percentage, but Reese's squad only had a miserable 38% turnover rate. Clark's squad dominated the rebounding battle, grabbing 12 more rebounds than their opponents, but Reese's team handed up the ball 15 times compared to just 8. It was a statistical slaughter, is straightforward and individual. Clark is averaging 30.2 points this season, which is MVP caliber play. She leads the league in scoring and three-pointers made with a shooting percentage that is really ridiculous for someone who attempts so many contested shots, averaging 7.8 assists and 6.5 rebounds per game. However, with the Indiana Fever selecting the first selection in the 2024 WNBA draft, Reese's numbers have somewhat declined this season, averaging 18.4 points and 9.7 rebounds. While still respectable, they are not in Clark's stratosphere. What is Angel Reese is a talented player with plenty of time to recover, but in all seriousness, she might want to avoid watching the game tape from this matchup because it won't be pretty. The question is whether she can step up the game the next time she plays Clark, because if this game has shown anything, it's that Clark isn't just one step ahead. She's a mile ahead. Reese's post-game remarks also didn't assist her case. Rather than admitting that she didn't do well, she defended herself by stating, "I'm still the best at what I do," adding that confidence is high, but delusion is low. Fans are already discussing whether Caitlin Clark should be regarded as the greatest college player of all time, and to be honest, they may have a point. Her performances are not just impressive, they're historic, and if this most recent game is any indication, she's only getting started. Caitlin Clark continues to establish her legacy as one of the most captivating basketball players in the WNBA or elsewhere. Her ability to shine in big moments is unmatched, and she's already drawing comparisons to legends like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird.
First pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select.
This game wasn't just about two players. It was a microcosm of the WNBA's future. He just accomplished everything and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, including young ladies and me. Although Caitlin Clark emerged as the undisputed hero of this tale, Angel Reese has the opportunity to rewrite the narrative for the time being. Despite all of her struggles, Clark still embodies the grit and determination that fans love together, pushing the league into the spotlight whether they realize it or not. After all, the WNBA needs rivals like this, heroes and villains, drama and storylines. After Caitlin Clark's performance, which not only outperformed Angel Reese, but also ignited social media in a brawl between two rising stars, the WNBA community is in a frenzy. The match swiftly devolved into a Caitlin Clark masterclass, making it difficult for Reese and her group to compete in a league that craves rivalries. Although not in the manner that Angel Reese may have intended, this matchup was delivered.
Absolutely did it all and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, certainly little girls, certainly mine.
Unquestionably brilliant on the court, Clark scored 38 points, including an incredible run of three-pointers that at one point looked almost unjust. Clark showed that she could dominate every aspect of the game by draining 4 consecutive triples, including a circus shot from close to half court, throwing fans into a frenzy. She also added 9 assists and 6 rebounds to her stat total. What made Clark stand out was not only her scoring, but also her leadership when her team was behind in the first quarter. Real was unending in her step-back threes, fast break dimes, and a dagger mid-range shot that had Reese shaking her head. By halftime, it was obvious who controlled the game when Clark took over and orchestrated a 15-2 run that totally turned the tide. Clark didn't simply exceed Reese. She made it look easy.
She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that. Even Caitlin Clark getting knocked down in that game on Saturday, who's standing up applauding but Angel Reese? So she's sort of embraced a Draymond Green role.
Meanwhile, a player noted for her strong post play and rebounding effectively neutralized Angel Reese, who was in an uncharted environment. Reese only scored 8 points and pulled down 7 rebounds while shooting 33%. Her usual level of intensity was absent since Clark's defensive strategies constantly pushed her into difficult disputed shots. When Reese picked up 2 early fouls, limiting her minutes and effect, her frustration was clear.
I've been dealing with this game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like.
Even while Reese has had her share of spectacular games, this battle was more than simply a game. It was a litmus test for her capacity to withstand the pressure of competing against another elite talent. This evening was Clark's, and the stark disparity between their performances only strengthened the argument that she is superior. The fallout was devastating. Debates regarding whether Reese could compete with the league's elite analysts dominated WNBA social media platforms, with fans pointing to Reese's lack of flexibility. Others supported her, pointing out that it's challenging to defend a player with Clark's level of energy. Former WNBA legends commented, with Candace Parker stressing the value of consistency in crucial games and Lisa Leslie lauding Clark's killer instinct.
Why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Seasonal statistics present an even more stark picture. Rhea has struggled recently, averaging only 15.8 points over her previous 5 games, while Clark leads the league in scoring at 29.7 points per game and boasts a 42% three-point shooting percentage. The pressure on Reese to react is growing as the performance gap between them widens.